Hey there everybody, Chris from Orlando here, and today it's part 2 of the Getting a Job at Disney series I started last week. Last video was all about how to do well in the interview process, so go check that out if that's what you're applying for. The link should be somewhere on the screen here. YouTube is still new and terrifying to me. But today we're taking a look at the Disney audition process. What to expect when you're auditioning to be best friends with Mickey Mouse, and oh boy, let me tell you, Mickey is super picky about who he wants to be friends with. So put on your dancer shoes and get ready to act like an idiot, cause it's time to audition for Disney. So first things first, when you go into audition for a role, if you're going to be a specific character, you'll first be subjected to what's known as a type out. If you're not used to the audition scene and don't know what that is, it essentially means they're going to look at your body type, and if you don't match what they're looking for, you're cut. For example, if they're casting for sweet little 13-year-old Alice, if you come in as a 50-plus-year-old 6'10" dude, you're going to be cut immediately. Sorry, those are the rules. After the type out, they'll continue on to the next part of the audition. For face characters, they'll have you read from a side or a script based on the character they think you'll fit for. This is usually based on either lines from the movie or just typical interactions the character will have in the park. So make sure you get on Disney Plus to brush up on that voice you'll be auditioning for. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way. If that goes well, they might dress you up in hair, costume, and makeup just to get a feel of what the final product would look like. After all, there's only one of each of these characters, and seriously, they all look alike. Like, Google it, it's so weird. After all of that, you'll get a call about whether you're in or out. So that's the process for face characters, but fur characters have an entirely different process. They still have a type out because, well, you gotta fit in the suits. See, I'm 5'10", so I was always at that awkward height where I was too tall for any of the short characters, but too short for any of the tall characters. And that's the only reason I never got an audition for one, I promise. But for auditions, the biggest part of it will be a scene that they give you to act out. It could be something as simple as washing a car, putting up a Christmas tree, or cooking dinner, but whatever your prompt is, you have to portray it silently, since all fur characters can't talk ever since they took away Talking Mickey. Like, seriously, Disney, why did you do that? Anyway, the best way to make a good impression is to try to make everything as big as possible. After all, with no words, you want to make sure that every action is able to be portrayed and picked up by the people watching. If you do well on that portion, then you might be able to try on one of the suits to make sure it fits and see how well you move in that. Spoiler alert! Not as well as you might think the first time you put one of those things on. Ladies and gentlemen, the rumors are true. Those things are hot and heavy. For dancer auditions, well, obviously you dance. They're going to teach you a dance and then you have to learn very quickly. Whenever they look at the dancers, they're not looking for perfection. At least not total perfection, you only just learned this dance like 5 minutes ago, but they are looking for people who clearly know what they're doing and are able to do it well. If you're auditioning for a stage show like Beauty and the Beast Live, you'll just be in the rehearsal room. But if you're auditioning for a parade, they'll have you take your dance on the road in order to show that you're able to dance and move forward at the same time. Now, I have all the grace of a drunk swan, but if you know the difference between a jazz square and a grapevine, go in there and show your stuff. Singers are very simple. You go in and you sing your 18 measures. Boom! Done. But I do have a funny story to inflate this video's runtime. My first audition for Disney was for the Voices of Liberty. You know, the nice sounding a cappella group that lures you in so you'll stick around to actually watch the American adventure. When it came to picking my song, I wanted to pick something that reflected the songs that the Voices sing. And I was playing Assassin's Creed 4 at the time, so I sung one of the sea shanties from the game. Yeah, I kinda knew I was screwed when I heard everyone else singing, you know, actual musical choices that showed off their range. The audition process is pretty much the same if you're auditioning for the cast member choir for the Candlelight Processional, but that's a video for another day, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you can stay tuned for that video. My final story is from voice acting auditions. This was an audition to be Crush at Turtle Talk and one of the monsters at the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. I thought I had a decent shot at being a monster since I used to work there. I know what each of their voices should sound like. I knew all the jokes by heart. I know how to shout, "Hello, humans!" I even had an improvised joke ready when they asked for one. Thanks, Jungle Cruise. Plus, I was already friends with some of the monsters, so yeah, I got cocky. And I never heard from them again. So let this be a lesson to all of you. You can go in and give it your all, but when you have 100+ other people there, you can't win them all. Especially since I'm pretty sure that they were only looking to fill one role that day, since seriously, 90% of the monsters have been working there since opening day, and I don't see them leaving that gig anytime soon. So in conclusion, when you go in for your audition, don't be bummed if you're immediately cut because you don't fit the look, and go out and give it your all. And if you don't get it your first time, give yourself some notes and keep trying. If you keep going back, there's a chance that maybe the casting director will start to recognize you. And if you keep getting better each time, maybe, just maybe, you too can wear a 20-pound giant mouse head in 90-degree weather. I'm Chris from Orlando, and auditions can really hurt your ego if you're not strong-willed. Like me! I can get roles whenever I want. I don't need to be recording YouTube videos in my closet. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care, y'all. One love. Don't hurt nobody.